Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Brave Exodus video, and for this trial I've not seen anyone use a wind team just yet. They've all been using dark, which is understandable because it's much easier to use dark because this boss has a much weaker resistance to dark than he does wind. 210% wind, 190% dark, so kind of the math, there's a bit of math there. But I'm going to be unique. I'm going to do my wind team that I like to use. Of course, this is not really free-to-play friendly because I have EX3 Emperor. She's very close to EX3, but we don't really need her EX3 actually, because I cleared this just fine. So let's go through the team very quickly here. I read that you need a lot of water resistance, but like it was fine with this much, at least for now. I'm sure maybe you'll have a threshold where it's like insane. This has some water resistance on it, but she's auto provoke. That's all I need. And Lund here is not auto provoke, but he's 100% evasion. And yeah, so there's that. Ultimate Regina. Make sure she has some nice LB fill and LB fill rate. She has 30% Dragon Killer. Emperor also has 30% Dragon Killer, 30% limit burst damage. Man, that's pretty impressive. I don't usually get him up to this high of a stat because usually he has to have other things on, and then Mog has nothing on, nothing at all. So let's get into it. So Mog is going to use the wind field because it lasts for 4 turns, and we only need 4 turns. And we're gonna chain. We're gonna use all these things here. One of them doesn't matter, but oh, it's all fine. It's all right. That's pretty good damage. That's pretty good damage. 2 billion. And he'll take minor damage. Except for the sniffling, my allergies are still like insane. So we're just gonna use all of these. Mog can do this, I suppose. Doesn't really have anything to do. We just use our LB. Now we want to actually cover for real and use all this stuff. And Regina's gonna use a regular LB just because we can. Make sure by the way you're targeting the main guy. You don't want to target any smaller ones because like something happens if you kill the smaller ones. The only positive thing about attacking the smaller ones is that they give a lot of limit burst crystals. That's the only positive thing. Also, by the way, we want to use Regina's SLB first, so then we can use Veranda's SLB and fill some LB gauge back up. That's the only positive for that. You can do a little bit of chaining with this SLB. Surprisingly, actually it did quite a bit of damage. The SLB did. Almost did 1 billion. That's pretty good. Almost did 1 billion. With a breaker. Remember, this guy's technically he's a breaker, guys. Even though he's a magic damage dealer, he's just a breaker. Pretty much. All right, so let's just do all these because it has the highest mods. And we gotta pay attention to what we're doing. It's better to just chain with this instead of using our SLB. Normally you'd be like, whoa, what are you talking about? Use your SLB. No, this is better. You're giving it. Okay, putting the modifier on Regina is much better than doing the SLB. I'm just gonna explain it that quickly. Seriously. And there we have it. Once you kill the main guy, the rest of them go down. It's very similar to, you know, it says A there, 60%. They all go away. It's very similar to the one, oh wow, I did more damage than last, my other screenshot. I did like 2 billion. It's very similar to the other squid boss, that once you kill the main one, the other ones go away. It's the same thing. 4.6 billion, and Emperor actually did 1.8 billion. I mean, that's not bad, guys. That's not too bad. Alright. Obviously, I already completed it. For my test run. I actually did it in my test run. Alright, so we're gonna try to do the harder version, but probably you're gonna do 6-man. I think because there's such a disadvantage of using wind, and I'm assuming there's such a disadvantage of using wind in the harder version, that we're gonna have to bring 6, because then we can go more full power with Regina having the 6-person lock in the modifier for her. So just a very quick video, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Stay tuned. Peace out.